Actually, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm coming on live, but just doing a Q&A. TikTok, I'm actually trying to do more lives over here to build my audience. But we're about to leave the office. We're waiting to see if the person who has a pickup is going to come. So since we're going to stay here, I was ready to go at 6 o'clock. But we're going to wait and give them, the appropriate time because we're supposed to be here until 6:30. They have until 6:30 to come pick it up. So I figured I come on and do a quick Q&A in that 30 minutes. So this is going to be like literally 30 minutes because, well, probably like 25. Cut it off so that I can be out the door. All right. But hello, everyone. Incredible afternoon. So I'm going to sit back, kind of a chill vibes, and let's answer some questions, shall we? I think I put them all in my group, so I don't really have to share it. It should send out the notification already. So you guys can have at it and ask me questions. We have 30 minutes. I know earlier someone was asking a question, but it wasn't a general Q&A, so I wasn't able to answer that. Doing my best when I have, look, hold on one second. The 13 and the chip resetter. So yeah, that was actually my customer saying that they're on their way to come pick up their 13-inch summation paper and their chip resetter for the 7710, 7720. So awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm glad I didn't leave because they are on their way here. So yeah, it's on. I had to mute it because I took a phone call. All right. But hello, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of Slaholics Anonymous, the Honesty Speaking brand, which, someone's coming to pick up some of their Honesty Speaking summation paper, and 365 Creative Academy, where I help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of classes, and seminars and workshops and boot camps and things like that. All right. I'm well versed in a lot of areas from event planning, balloon decor, making party favors, foam boards, sublimation, paper crafts, 3D crafts, eco-solvent prints. I think I said sublimation, Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, Illustrator. Oh my gosh, the color is, I have no idea what's going on. The quality of this video is actually horrid. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if it's like the more I put on here, it seems like the more places I share to on StreamYard, it's like the resources are really low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away, I'm going to take off some of these. I don't know if that is what's happening. It seems like the more places I share to, it just seems like the resources are really low. Like I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing, but it is extremely blurry. It's extremely blurry. I don't know what's going on here. So I'm gonna try and remove some of them and see. Nope, that didn't really help any. How do you enlarge the icons? Ms. Cheryl, if you go to preferences, it's there under preferences and as far as display. We went over that, I believe. Yeah, so go to preferences, it's in display. How far? 37th, 19th Avenue, literally that close. So when we leave out of here, we go through 1, 2, 3 lights, 1 block, and then we're damn near home. So it's like 5 minutes away, if that. Let's see. I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, it is completely blurry. Okay, it looks like that did help when I removed the others. So that's a good thing. So I think it just doesn't like it when I share to that many places. I think that's what it is, because now it is actually, it's a little bit clearer. It's not as clear as it should be with the quality of camera that I have, but it's actually better than what it was before. So all right, let me, my face looks so weird on the thumbnail over there. All right, so let's share this out. More options, share to a group. So I'm going to reshare it out to my group since I removed the feed from it. So let's do that. Share, more options, share to a group. If you didn't notice, I did change the name of my silhouette group back to reflect Silhouettes Anonymous, because people said they were getting confused as to which group was mine because it didn't say Silhouettes. I tried to brand and like do it as Shakia the Professor. That's when I was like, look, they don't support me. I'm not gonna have all this like, this list stuff once we became HS Inc. But look, it is what it is. I spent 7 years being Silhouettes Anonymous. So yeah, I just went back to the name being Silhouettes Anonymous. So if you didn't see that name change, or if you're looking for it because you got used to saying Learn with the Professor, Silhouette, Summation, and more, it's now back to Silhouettes Anonymous. All right. Okay, so I've shared it out and let's go. So again, this is a Q&A, guys. You guys are always saying that you need help. No one's there to help. I'm here to answer your questions. So we'll be on until 6:30 or until my customer gets here to do their pickup if there are no questions. So I do see a question over on TikTok. Do you know how to disable the firmware update for Windows on 720? I don't want to update. So I do have a full video on that. When you go, so there's a couple different places you can do it. The pop-up that comes up, and you can also do it on the printer itself. So there is a video. When you, you're going to go to, I can't even think off the top of my head. It's been so long since I've done that video. But I will say, if you search Honestly Speaking or Silhouettes Anonymous firmware, disable firmware, it will come up on how to do that. That's you? Yes. Okay, I didn't eat your candy. Then who? This boy has a magnifying glass. He's investigating who ate his candy. So he's like, was it you? And so I said, it wasn't me. So I said, so then who? So he has his magnifying glass with the light on it, and he's going around trying to figure out who ate his candy. It wasn't me. It was not me. Oh, so I will say, if you do the firmware, okay, so you can hit like on your, are you getting the update? Like you're getting the notification on your computer or on the printer? If you hit OK on the printer, it doesn't automatically do the firmware update. It's just a notification saying that there is one. Contrary to what anyone will tell you, firmware updates do not prevent you from using your third-party chips, unless like it is the newer one and you don't want to have your third-party chips in there. Like if you do it with a set of Epson chips and then put the third-party chips back in there, they will work. But there is no real, at this time, there's no real benefit or adverse consequences for doing the firmware update. That's an urban myth. It's like one person says it and it just keeps going through the group saying that, oh, it'll keep you from doing summation. It'll keep you from using refillable cartridges. Close my door, sir. Okay, keep you from using refillable cartridges. That's not true. I have had several of the printers, 7720s, and I even did a video where I showed that all three of my printers had different firmwares. So it's an urban myth. It does not affect it. If it did, Epson does not keep the same firmware. So like, let's say they made a batch of printers, right? And then they did a firmware, some type of firmware update. The newer printers are going to have that firmware update and people are still able to use the new ones. Also, I think it's just kind of a glitch and it's just this thing that kind of comes up because if you actually go to their website, there is actually no firmware update on the website. So it's just annoying and you can disable it. Yes, people are always saying that. So yeah, on the printer, if you just literally hit close or hit OK, it doesn't. So you cannot initiate a firmware update from the printer itself. It's something that comes from the computer. So your computer and your printer actually it has to be plugged in, and then it will do like the whole firmware update. So you don't have to worry about seeing that and hitting it and making a mistake and doing it. Just simply hitting OK or hitting close does not actually install the update. It doesn't store. That's how I know that it's not, it just comes up. So it's not anything where it's like an actual update. It's just something that just constantly pops up. I notice so you don't have to use the color charts when you're using shadows. I know it's a silly question. What do you mean? Like, so when I'm doing the shadows in Silhouette Studio, I use black and I just take it down. So it's just gray. So I don't really have the issue where it comes out like purple or brown for mine. Now, sometimes when I am doing mine, if I want to make sure that it is like a certain gray, you have to also remember that you take the transparency down on it. So if I did want it to be like a specific color, like gray, once I do the shadow, I would release it and then click on it and then use the color code for it. But it's just a shadow. It's just black and it's the color's taken down. So if you're wanting a specific color, then yeah, you would have to do that. You would have to use a color chart. But for me, I just use black and adjust the transparency. Yeah, he like, I'm gonna find out who stole my candy. Like he literally is like Sherlock Holmes with a magnifying glass. So either I'm doing a really good job on teaching you guys to where you have no questions, or there are no newbies on the live to where you guys don't have like, inquiring minds want to know, what about this? How do I record what I'm doing while How do I record what I'm doing while recording? Do I have to point my camera at it while, huh? I'm so confused as far as what you're asking. Don't quite understand what you're trying to ask. Friend sent hex code link. If I use a code, is it the match screen to print? Will they match? Okay, so if they sent you a hex code, right? It's not like, so they're kind of just sending you the color that they want it to be. Depending on which printer you have, it can potentially not give you the output. That's why it's so important for you to print out color charts. You have to remember that you are using third-party inks. It's not like the exact color profile for that particular printer. Although Summation ink is made to be as close as possible to a Pigment ink profile, it's not the exact profile. So once you're sending it to print from there, your printer might print out colors a little bit different. So they can send you a hex code, but it may not be the colors that they want. the best thing to do is have them look at your color chart and select a color from there and use that hex code. When you print out color charts and you sublimate them to something, it is showing you the exact output of your specific printer. EcoTank prints seem to be a little duller than Workforce. Why? All the same ink and paper, yours, of course, because they are different resolutions. I explained that in my breakdown of all the printers. The Workforce printers have a really high print resolution. I think it's like, is it 12,000 or 20? I forget what it is, but a lot of the EcoTanks, it's not as high of a resolution. So it's not putting the colors down. But with sublimation, that's not a really big deal. If you are using, oh yeah, so you're using my ink and paper, that means it's sublimation. If you press it. So are you having an issue with how it outputs and the quality of it once you press it? Or are you just looking at the print? Because usually once you press it, you really can't tell a big difference. But the resolution for EcoTanks is not as high as Workforces. That is one of the reasons why I actually prefer Workforces, and I talk about that in my video where I break down all of the printers. Let's see. How do I create a shot glass template for Summation in Silhouette? So if it is tapered, so well, pretty much a shot glass is going to be tapered. You have to have Designer Edition Plus or Business Edition. And then once you have that, you're going to measure the top, bottom, and like the height of it. And then you're going to increase it by 0.1, whatever the size is. Because technically, Silhouette Studios curve is not made for a full wrap. It is made to simply curve vinyl to go on straight. So when you try to wrap it, it's going to, it's not going to be like a full wrap. So if you have these shot glasses where there's like that little piece in the middle and it doesn't go all the way around, all you have to do is measure it, put in those, and it will warp your design and you can put it on there. But if you have the shot glasses where it goes all the way around, then you will need to increase it by 0.1. Got it. Color chart for my sub, dye, and pigment. Correct. I always wondered why I couldn't get it right. Hold on one second. I think she says, on my way, be there, something. Be there in 2 minutes. Okay, perfect. Let's see. My chip resetter is taking a lot of tries before it gives me a reset green light. Does this mean I should order another one? No, it just means that you're not sitting it properly. If you still have that L bracket on it, take it off. You want to just make sure, like when you're looking at it, make sure that those pins line up, and that little bracket on there, just take it off. It makes it a lot easier to line it up. I'm trying to do a video and show what I'm making while recording. What should or how would I come? I'm not sure. I mean, you're trying to make a video while you're recording. I'm not understanding, because when you're making a video, you're recording something. So are you trying to, when you're saying that, are you wanting to do a recording of like what you're doing and a screen share? I'm lost on I'm trying to do a video and show what I'm making while recording, recording. What should or how would I accomplish this for making videos? I mean, because if you're making a video, I mean, it's just a camera and you're recording what you're doing. So I'm trying to figure out if you're trying to also like do it, but also have a screen recording. Okay, screen share. Okay, that's a little bit different. You're going to have, so if you want to be able to do both, you're going to have to use a program where you can switch between the two. So like I use StreamYard, and with StreamYard, it allows you to switch back and forth. So like I can go on here and you can use StreamYard without going live. It has a record feature, and you can do that from the free one. So it has a record feature and you can do it that way. If not, then you can try using like OBS, but then you have to set that up. So that's really the only way, like if you're trying to do it all in one where you can easily switch. Outside of that, you're going to have to do the recording, do your screen share, and then you're going to have to use an editing software to bring it all together. Once I press Eco Seamed, hold on one second, y'all. Incredible afternoon, HS Inc. How may I help you? All right, there we go. Once it's pressed, Eco seems a little bit duller. Workforce, absolutely amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I've printed from my Eco Tank printer, and I don't notice like a really big difference. So it might not be duller, but you have to remember that Eco Tanks use dye inks. Workforce uses pigment inks. So it may not be duller, but your colors will be slightly different because they're different color profiles. So that might be what you're seeing and you're experiencing. Hold on, I don't know why this is acting crazy. But right, are you guys going in and out over here? Because it keeps saying interrupted live. Yeah, live broadcast is unstable. Can you guys still hear me over on TikTok? I don't know what's going on with this. Can you guys still hear me? No, maybe so. Nope. Okay. I don't think so because the numbers broadcast. All right. So let's go back out in and let's do another one. So live and go live. All righty. There we go. I had to restart it. I guess that time the call made it where it messed it up. Okay, so I'm trying to do a video and show what I'm making while record. Okay, wait, I read that one. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Good evening, all. I just got my printer. So excited. Thanks for the knowledge, Professor. Waiting for your cartridges and syringes to get here. Yay! Yeah, I don't know. I guess when I answered the call, it made it to where the live dropped. So yeah, so StreamYard, you don't have to do it just for live. If you go on there, it'll be an option where it says record only, and you still have all the same functionalities. So you can put your like opening banner, you can create that, have that on there, take it off. You can share your screen, you can switch between cameras. So you have all the same functionalities. It's just a record only. No, I was actually on a call, so I muted the mic. How to cut a picture and the word is on top of the picture and it's cutting on the picture, not around the picture, and the words try to okay. So you mean an image? So is it a picture like it's a picture of a picture, or do you mean like you're probably doing text to talk to text, and so it's coming in as picture, as in or picture instead of picture. So if you're asking that, then how to cut a picture in words on top. So you just set it to cut edge. So I have this donut on here. I will show you from there. All right, let's see. Let's go present, share screen, share screen, share, add to stream. Uh-oh. And then let me flip you guys around. So if you're wanting to put something on top of here and be able to cut it, so we're going to go HS Inc. 365. And let's fill that in with black. Let's center it. So if this was like this in the center, when you go to send it, you're simply going to select it and go cut edge, and it will cut wherever the edge is. So because the letters actually fall where there's an opening, it will cut around that as well. But if I were to bring this, let's say down here, and you know what, let's even go and put it along the edge. Okay, wait, let's move this over here. Pull it here. Bring it inside. Do our character spacing. Why are you cutting off like that? That's so weird. I don't understand why it's cutting off like that. So like it's only doing half of the image. So weird. So let's say we had it inside like that. It will still be the same thing. So if it's on cut, it's going to cut all of it. You go cut edge, and it cuts just the edge. Do you need special glossy sticker paper for pigment ink? I see reviews on some brands don't work. So it needs to be, oh yeah, I figured that was her. She flew right past the house. So it does need to be inkjet glossy paper. So if it was for laser, it's not going to work. So it definitely needs to be for inkjet. I know she can come out there, honking. Come on, come to the door. It's headquarters, so you come in and knock on the door. We don't bring it out to the car. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, that's why somebody else came to come pick it up. All right. Well, it is officially 6:30. So we are going to wrap it up. Because I came back, no other questions have been posted, and it is officially closing time for moi. No, the 7720 is no longer available. They are no longer manufactured. So if you want a larger format printer, the replacements for it is the Epson 7820, 7840, 7310. The direct replacement for a 7710 is the 7820, because that will be the one with the one tray. Now, with the newer printers, there is no reset option. You have to purchase chips, which we do sell on the site. So you'll end up buying replacement chips, and then you just slide it off, put the new one on. I'm resisting buying one more on Facebook Marketplace for $77.20 for 100. So I mean, if it works, I mean, it's always good to have one because I mean, with those you can reset. But I will say this: as much as I loved my 7720, they actually made improvements when it aside for their pigment ink rubbing off and like smearing. It smears a little bit on certain matte papers and it scratches off on anything glossy. So besides that and all those 30,000 pinwheels, well, okay, no, you know what? So for pigment inks, I would probably always still use my 7720. I love the colors on it, but for glossy paper, for sticker paper and things like that, it especially if it's thick like a photo paper, it puts really deep pinwheel marks. Like you can literally see the indentation from the pinwheels because they put so many on there. I have it set to thick paper envelope, and you can still see all of those pin marks, like those pinwheel marks. I hate that about the 7840 and the 7820. So for pigment ink, I probably will stick to more like my 7720 or my 7710, things like that. But for sublimation, yo, the 7820, 7840, 7310 is kind of where it's at. Like they made some improvements on the way the color outputs. Like with my 7720, I felt like I had to use premium matte in order to get like a rich black color. Can you turn the light back on? No. We're ready to go. I'm always ready to go. But for the 7820, 7840, I mean, that black comes out amazing. So for summation, I must say, like when I did the conversion of it, the 7820, like I was like, oh, whoa. And I was like, man, I think I like this better. So I will say for sublimation, Epson made some changes with the way the colors output, especially how black outputs, and it's better than the 7720. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Close that. Yeah, the 7840 is better than the 7720. Like, it really is. Yeah. I use my 7820 with your pigment ink, and I have no. So with glossy, you're using glossy photo paper, then you may not pay attention to it because it definitely leaves the pinwheels. So it's not like that it leaves gaps of ink because it's gonna dry, but you literally can see the trail of dots when you're using glossy photo paper. I love my 7840s. Yeah, I will give it to them. They made some improvements. I cannot stand that extra row of pinwheels. I almost wish I can take it out, but I mean, it's because they put longer cartridges in there. So they had to put those on there to be able to hold the paper in like that bigger section. But I cannot stand all those extra pinwheels. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if you've ever paid attention to it, but if you really go back and look, you're going to see those pinwheels on it. They're there because I tested with a lot of different papers and they're there. And it leaves little indentation marks all the way down. All right, but I am out of here. Thank you guys so very much for joining me for this quick 30-minute Q&A. Actually did pretty good. I'm only at 34 minutes. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. Don't forget to visit the website, shop.hsink365.com for your pigment ink, summation paper, your heat tape, your chip resetters, which is what they actually just came and purchased, the chip resetter and the summation paper, and we have the class for the oversized prints. So if you want to learn how to master that, not necessarily designing, but master being able to print it in sections and tiling it and then taping it together and then getting it pressed with a good clean press, make sure that you go ahead and sign up for that class. We will be live going over design setup and how to print it out on Thursday at 12 noon. And then on Saturday, we will also have a session at 12 noon. And that's where we're going to have everything, tape it together. You guys are going to press it. And you'll determine if you prefer to do it with a hardboard or without. So we're going to do it on the heat press with and without a hardboard. And then when you're using an easy press, it is best to have a hardboard or have like just a nice solid surface. So I am going to also press something with the easy press. You can click on the link and get the Amazon towels, or you can get Dollar Tree pillowcases. I'm actually uploading the files first thing tomorrow. For that, in case you want to just kind of take a look at those before class, but it's going to be files where you can print it for either one of those. And you can also practice with if you have a small format heat printer, but you want to do an extra large shirt, just make sure you have your artwork ready so that you can share your screen and I can walk you through how you would do that for your design. Okay. Upgrade for Summation, I'm using an XP. So it definitely would be an upgrade if it actually works. It definitely would be an upgrade if you can get it for that price. Yes, there is a cost. It's a 2-day class, so it is $33.65. Yeah, it's $33.65. Not that I can think of. Alrighty. Hello, Captain Ray. How are you? Alrighty. Until next time, guys. None of my classes are. So if you don't know, the pricing structure for my classes is if it's a single day class, it's $23.65. If it's a 2-day class, it's $33.65. If it's a 3-day class, it is $43.65. 4-day class, $53. You see the pattern there? So if I ever say okay, there's a 6-day challenge coming up or a 6-day seminar coming up. So if I say it's a 6-day, it's going to be how much? How much would a 6-day workshop, 6-day seminar be with Shakia the professor? Yeah, I'm very affordable. Very, very, very affordable. Exactly. 73. No, it'll be $73.65. It's a 6-day class, just add an extra one. So if it's a 6-day class, it's $73.65. 5-day class, $63.75. Yep. That's how much it will be. If it's a 6-day class, $73.65. You just add a tens to it. Yeah. There you go. So it's easy to remember the prices for my classes. And they're very affordable. And I do it that way because in the move, it's been a little crazy, but when I tell y'all it's about to be a bunch of stuff coming at you. So I want you guys to, be able to attend what you need for your growth in your business, or just I actually have a lot of people who don't do it for business. So it's not like a tax write-off for them. So I do still want to make it affordable for those who kind of attend my sessions just for personal and hobby purposes, but you still want to learn the right way. So I keep it really affordable. I don't have to be like other companies do. So if you get like internet in a commercial space, or you get lights or water or any utilities in a commercial space, they charge you more than what they charge you in your home, just because you are a business. I've always hated that. So I ain't gonna do it to you just because y'all doing it for business. I'm not gonna do that to you because I don't like when all the other companies do that. So yeah. What is the class? Oversized. It says oversized and tiling. Hold on. Let's see. It's on as soon as you scroll down, it sits right next to the 30-day training. So it shows, well, dang, what's taking so long here? Oh, there we go. It says oversized sublimation printing, oversized sublimation with tiling, and small heat press. So it's this one right here. She says, you will not be disappointed. You will definitely get more for your money than any other places in these YouTube streets. Exactly. My website is shop.hsink365.com. If you click the link that's in the bio, it will take you to, it'll take you to my link tree. And from my link tree, you can find the site, or you can just go to shop.hsink365.com. All right. Alrighty, y'all. Until next time. Y'all know I'm not going anywhere. Hold on. Have a great one. Continue to have until next time. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. I lost my whole train of thought right there trying to be sneaky over here with TikTok. Peace.